Yo, did the topic change on me? Hold on 1 second. I am I am in this piece. What's up, y'all? This is a bad angle though. So, what's up, Ikea? Hey y'all, what's up? Auntie Leah, what's good? I have to take a little break. It's been a lot going on, y'all. Y'all already know. This Diddy distraction is hella deep. I'm gonna just jump right into it. I'm gonna jump right into it. What up, Invent? Young Invent. I'm gonna just run right to the subject at hand, y'all. Um, Diddy, Diddy, right? I think a lot of content creators are on here with like attention grabbing titles talking about Diddy is not guilty or Diddy was found not guilty. And that's a lie. That's a whole lie. Diddy was guilty. He was found guilty of 2 of the 5 charges that they hit him with. But you got a lot of content creators on here talking about Diddy is not guilty, and that's all cap. Diddy is guilty. Guilty is charged, right? Um, Yesterday, people were expecting him to be released. They were like, "Oh, he's gonna walk." What's up, Mo GG? They're like, "Yeah, he's gonna walk." They're talking all this just nonsense. He's gonna walk. He's gonna go celebrate the 4th with his family. You say you had to unsubscribe. Yeah, they're doing a whole lot of shadow, that stuff that they do to the channel. But we keeping it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Um, you don't think it's over when it comes down to the RICO? Yeah, that I'm gonna get on that too. I'm not gonna be too long because I just everybody's been talking about it. There's a certain content creator running around talking about. Well, here's the exact description of what this content creator put, which is ridiculous. Look, check this out. Internet conspiracy theorists lied on Diddy. This person mentions Gene Dill, Jaguar Wright, Allie Carter, or Tori Outlaw, that's her name, and Aubrey O'Day. So what they said is, the internet conspiracy theorists made Diddy their whole personality. We were under the impression that these freak-offs were big elaborate parties that featured all of the Hollywood elites. No, it was only a private party between Diddy and his women and paid escorts. I'm gonna stop right there because I think during the trial that they did show footage. Of course, we don't know what the footage was. And then you do know that there was a raid that went on and they went in Diddy's house and got a whole bunch of whatever. Now, that's a whole nother conversation because I don't think that they were there to find anything for this trial. They raided his house because he more than likely, let's just say allegedly, he had tapes on all types of people. You get what I'm saying? So for this person to say that the freak-offs were private parties, I don't know. I don't know about all that. We had these people claiming to know things about Diddy. Some even said they witnessed crimes being committed. Well, how come none? Because this person can't spell. This person put known of these people took the stand. How come none of the people took the stand? Where's Jaguar Wright? Allie Carter? Where's Q from Day 26? Where's Aubrey O'Day? Where's Gene Dill and the others? Oh, they're all out doing interviews, gaining clout off of Diddy. Now, first off, Jaguar has been silent, but in her words, there's nothing else for her to really say. What is there for her to say? She ain't got to say nothing. She said everything. Everything that came out in the trial essentially is what she said already. So she wasn't lying. What's up, Patricia Blair? Hey, Angel. So she wasn't lying. She was not lying. So where is Jaguar, right? Doing interviews, gaining clout off of Diddy? No. Jaguar has been in her skin, you know, minding her business, doing what she does. So I put the content creator's name in the title, but I don't even want to mention him. I'm not going to even give him the sound bite so I can call him fat and sloppy or not. I'm not going to even do all that. You know, so how he looked like a whole jelly bean, a black jelly bean. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going, you know, I'm not going to say how he looks like one of the little bombers from Mario Brothers. I'm not going to say that. But it sounds like he's the one that was doing all the clout chasing, because he did everything in his will to cover Jag and to be all on Jag. Every other video it was Jag. And he still mentions Jag. Like, look, he got Jaguar Wright's name in the dang on hashtag and in the type. Like, so it looks like the real person who's doing all the clout chasing are these content creators, and they need to be ashamed of themselves. I think when it comes to what he said about how come none of these people took the stand, yeah. Why didn't any of those people take the stand? Why didn't Gene Deal take the stand? I don't know. But Gene Deal probably was not around when he was doing all that extra stuff after the 2000s, because I believe Gene wasn't even really in association or affiliated with him after the 2000s. Now, as far as Lil Rod, Lil Rod is the one that set it off along, well, Jag really. And then Jag was a whistleblower. Lil Rod is the whistleblower because he had firsthand knowledge of a few things. And Lil Rod just went on to Akademiks pod, and Akademiks was, you know, asking him a few questions, kind of grilling him. But, you know, Lil Rod asked about, Akademiks asked about Lil Rod's lawsuit, civil suit. You know, and my question is, yeah, what's up with the civil suit? What's up with the guns, the GUNs? What's up with them? Now, Lil Rod never took the stand, but the feds did go in his house, in Diddy's house, and take all those guns. Yeah, we're not gonna mention him, OGG. You know who I'm talking about though. But yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. Like, he's just putting stuff. I didn't even listen to the video. I just said, let me peep this and kind of mull over this, and then maybe I'll listen to him or whatever. But yeah, people just want to have other people's names in their mouths to get attention. That's what I realized. They're the ones who do the real cloud chasing. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Appreciate you. But there's other things that's coming down the pipe. So Lil Rod and his civil suit, I don't think that's done. That's definitely not, he's not out of the woods. I just saw something today where Diddy is being sued for $10 million from a male dancer. It claims that he caught an STD and he got stomach cancer. So the legal avalanches are not done. Diddy has over 9 lawsuits. They were all filed within 1 year, including the grape one, the civil grape, the human traffic to the king, the racket. He's still got some more racketeering allegations as well. We all know that Diddy settled with Cassie for was over, I forget how much money. Did they say 20 mil? But he did that within 24 hours. And then people believe that was to prevent explosive testimony. Let's not forget, the feds raided his LA and Miami houses. So I don't think The civil claims is going to be more civil and criminal things coming on, and we all know that the interstate traffic to the king stuff didn't fall through, so the RICO charges did not hit. Got witnesses who also claim coercion, I think drugging, blackmailing, and they basically said Diddy has been putting together this system of control over control and exploitation over decades. Now we got this situation where Diddy is being sued for 10 million, and this just dropped. Well, it dropped yesterday. What's up, Yom J? It's definitely something interesting. Like I said, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, and I called it. I said, okay, he's just gonna get the slap on the wrist. He basically was just hella humiliated. I don't think he could ever come back to hip hop like that. No one's gonna respect him. But this whole thing pretty much is just a distraction. It's similar to R. Kelly. It's similar to the Bill Cosby situation. It's a humiliation ritual. They had to peg him down a bit. No pun intended, right? Yeah, I'm curious to see what this male escort or male dancer case turns out. I think a lot of people are going to be talking about that too. You get what I'm saying? But again, Jaguar ain't got to say another word, because everything that she said everybody pretty much confirmed what she has been saying. So is this content creator, certain content creators like the person I mentioned, they're always accused. I mean, well, they're always shifting the conversation away from the victims and more towards distraction or gossip. I mean, Lil Rod's lawsuit is legit, and his claims is about Diddy's alleged sexual misconduct and the abuse, and you know, I see if he would have put Lil Rod's name in there or whatever to get clout or whatever, I could see that. But this guy put a whole bunch of people's names who had nothing to do with, if anything, about them trying to get clout. They're really just trying to get justice. You know what I'm saying? Even the media, they downplayed the Cassie case until the feds got involved. You get what I'm saying? Akademiks and Vlad. Now they've been accused of narrative management. You know, giving a voice to Diddy's camps and ignoring whistleblowers allegedly. Again, part of the Diddy distraction, and we already know that TMZ is heavily pro Diddy for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? Speaking of, well, I ain't gonna say speaking of TMZ. I'll just say this right here is a travesty, where we saw yesterday a bunch of people online in the middle of the street on YouTube, sitting there putting baby oil on themselves. For what? For what? That's my question. It's like, for what? For what? I don't get it. I don't get it. This is a little bit ridiculous when you ask me. All this was uncalled for. People out there just causing more of a distraction, making us look bad. Yeah, you're right, degenerates. Really making us look that bad. I just left work, and I know the CEO of the company I work for, he did an editorial, and he said, yeah, he's not a fan of Diddy, but he sees what goes on with these DAs when law enforcement really try to stack it on and put a case together for a black man. I just think, you know, that's a whole nother conversation too, because in all honesty, Diddy is, you can't say he's not guilty. He's guilty. They may not have been able to prove the RICO, but think about it. They really did not include anyone else. They didn't include anyone else. There's a whole lot of other people that should have been up there or should have been charged. You know, Christina Quorum is one. We got to look at other stuff too. Busby just did his thing with the California courts, and he was able to get a charge dismissed from this Sean Carter guy, who said that Sean Carter was well, Sean Carter basically sued him, and what was the suit over? He basically was just saying that this guy Busby was trying to shake him down, and what he was saying was not true in regards to witness intimidation, things like that, etc. Remember, there was that 13-year-old that claimed that something happened to Sean with her between Sean Carter and Sean Combs, and then all of a sudden that thing was supposed to have been settled, but the young lady also, you know, she has autism. She said that that really did happen. She still stands by her words, and she ain't really settled nothing. And how all of a sudden these people come to her house? She's supposed to be a Jane Doe. She's supposed to be unknown. But how did these people find her? Yeah, man. Whole lot of other funny things going on. That's why I say I don't think they're done. This RICO stuff is, they just threw that out there to, and I get what the CEO was saying. They're just throwing anything to see if it sticks. I get that, but Diddy is guilty, if you ask me. Guilty as all day. The humiliation, though, humiliation. Let me speak on another content creator when we talk about humiliation. Where you at? That's not it. We're supposed to be this one, right? Okay. I honestly, hold on, y'all. I'm working backwards. I thought this was supposed to have been another thing, but it's not. It looks like it's okay. Let's say done. This all of a sudden now these pictures don't want to work. How interesting. How interesting. Very interesting, huh? These pictures don't want to work all of a sudden. Let me pull this up real quick. Click on this, and now all of a sudden these pictures don't want to work. Armand Wiggins. How come this isn't coming up? It's weird. But Armand Wiggins, what did he do? No, not that. Yeah, Armand has, it's weird. This thing isn't coming up. It's weird. Okay, I guess this thing is not working. But I wanted to speak on, there we go. All right, there we go. When I saw Armand putting baby oil on people, and I saw the report, I saw it on MSNBC where they said Diddy supporters are outside pouring baby oil on each other and saying, you know, he in celebration of Diddy getting off, but Diddy didn't get off nothing. Diddy is guilty. Not guilty of all the charges, but he's guilty of 2 of the 5. And they said that these people were on here doing this, pouring baby oil out there. Back to the distraction, pouring baby oil on each other in support of Diddy. Now, Armand came out and said, you know, the clip of him taken outside the courthouse went viral, and it was taken out of context. What started as a lighthearted moment, part of a long-running joke with my audience, was misrepresented as support for Diddy Combs, but that was never my intention. For the past 60 days, I've worked hard to cover the case with honesty and objectivity. That moment was about sharing a bit of levity with the community that's been on this journey with him for more than what? Still well, I said for been on the journey with him, nothing more, right? So he understands how timing and optics may have felt hurtful, especially to the survivors of abuse. And he sincerely apologized to anyone who was impacted or disappointed. This has been a reminder to move with greater care. Yada yada yada. Yeah, man, Armand, you know better, but just a shit show. I mean, that just was that. You got to read the room. That was not. That wasn't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know about that. But nonetheless, again, part of the Diddy distraction. That's all this is a distraction. There's a whole lot of other things going on. I mean, we was about to get into World War III, but everybody was still focused on Diddy. And that's the sad stuff. That's the really sad part right there, where people are not really paying attention to what's really good. You get what I'm saying? They're really not. But let's look at the bigger picture before I get up out of here, right? Again, why is this thing not, man, I swear. Okay. This thing is acting up. Appreciate y'all. Can y'all hit the like button before I get up out of here? I just wanted to touch up on the bigger picture. And I'm saying, could this be a Harvey Weinstein moment for hip hop? Is this a Harvey Weinstein moment for hip hop? What's up, Ken? Ken Zen, what's good? What's up, Nick? When they say this is a Harvey Weinstein moment for hip hop, y'all know what happened to Harvey Weinstein. And Harvey Weinstein's allegedly been doing what he was doing for years, right? And then, they just decided, all right, we got to get rid of this one. Diddy, same thing. It's like, let's just make this one an example. And he's not out of the picture yet. I mean, he's not out of the woods yet. I think the judge is more than likely going to give him the max sentence. I think he's already got 10 months served. Diddy has about 10 months served. He could be looking at between 2 to 5. It might even be more. If the RICO would have stuck, it would have been much longer. Patricia Blair, see, that's funny. Did this thing even come up? Because that's what I was trying to show. I was trying to put everything out there on Front Street, and for whatever reason, it's not up. Are you gonna come up now? That's what's supposed to be up right now. Everything Front Street. But we about to start putting everything on Front Street. It's really just time for critical thinkers, and not those them AT2 stinkers. It's really time for people to start really thinking about what's really going on in this industry in the bigger picture. This industry is pretty much done. It's being propped up, but it's done. It's dead. It's a corpse. Diddy is a symptom of what's really going on. I mean, if Clive Davis has not hit the stand either, if Ray J didn't hit the stand, there's a lot going on, but no one's talking about that. And with this case, it's like the victims are telling the truth. So the victims are telling the truth. What does accountability really look like when the accused holds power and billions? You get what I'm saying? That's what's going on right now. You got victims, people that want to speak up, and they're saying what's really happened. They're saying what happened. But if you got billions of dollars, if you got power, you got access, you got all types of people that'll look out for you to do whatever. What does it look like? What does accountability really look like? You look at this Damari Hatley story. She was held against her will, and that has been proven. Y'all go look at this documentary series that JAG has been doing, that they've been shadow blizzocking. She got proof of what was going on. And when you got a whole bunch of money and you can pay your friends over at certain companies to not cover a story. Yeah, man. What does it really look like? Is it really urging more people to come out and really, tell their story, or is it an intimidation tactic? Even this Diddy thing is kind of like a, like, well, you may get some justice, and I think justice will serve. I just think that they didn't present it well because the RICO is an easy one, and they could have just had other people involved. Like I said, they didn't bring up the guns, the GUNs. They didn't bring up the little kids because there's a situation about kids. They didn't bring up a lot of stuff. That's why I say this is not done. Last question: how do we keep the focus on victim justice? How do we keep the focus on systematic change and not just celebrity downfall? How do we do that? Huh? How do we do that? Oh, man, this thing is bugging. There we go. Finally. Do it. We're going to start talking about it here, right? We're going to start talking about it right here. All on Front Street. So I had to double back on it. It was on Front Street. Now, legally, someone else had a on Front Street podcast. I had to get this one. So it's going to be all on Front Street. Not sure if they're going to still take away my channel. Regardless to what we're going to be doing, what we're doing. Pods. I'm going to probably just drop a pod every day. That's just me. Y'all get over to at Set in the West Doc 1. If they don't remove this channel, then I definitely will be dropping them here. All on Front Street. The All on Front Street podcast. Those are the questions that we got to really ask. We just got to get really to the brass tacks of, how we going to really get systematic change. Why do you think we started cruelty-free artistry? Yeah, Kenzen, if you want to get down with the Front Street podcast, and you were supposed to got with me about some other stuff too, man. Come on, man. Let's get busy. I'll be in full effect definitely next week, and I'm more than likely will be dropping some stuff, just on this platform. But I got a opportunity for others to jump on or even have their own pods too. Just hit me, just email me if you really if you really want to get down with what it is that we're doing cruelty free. You want to talk about this systematic change that needs to happen within this industry. But like I said, this industry is done, and we're not just talking about a celebrity downfall. If you want to focus on victims justice, then let's really get it. Anyone checked on? Oh my God, you can't clip. Why you call that girl that? That's crazy. Now, if she don't have it, I'm not gonna say it. But if she don't have it, she might come after me. I don't want those problems. I really don't. Again, though, we're not just talking about Diddy the mogul. We're talking about an ecosystem that feeds off silence. It feeds off NDAs. It feeds off intimidations. The question is, who's next and who's covering for who? For real. Like that. Who's next? And who's covering for who? Real questions, y'all. Real questions. We want real answers. We want true justice. This isn't about bringing down the black man or bringing down a celebrity or nothing like that. It's really about what this country really stands for. We really gonna, stand for anything, stand for something and fall for anything, right? Take the race out of the mix and all that is really like, yeah, if this dude really did what he did, if they're able to prove that he did what they said he did, then there needs to be recourse. That's just how the universe works. That's how God works. It's gonna come right back to you. Whatever you put out there is gonna come right back to you. That's just how it is. Anyway, the Diddy Distraction is not yet done. I think they're going to be speaking on the sentencing, not in person, but over the internet on the 9th. Is it the 9th? That's an interesting day too, the 9th, July 9th. Y'all look that up. Really look up the date of July 9th. We're supposed to lose, we have so much time this globe spins around the sun, and it's supposed to be spinning faster, and we're gonna lose like a millisecond. So everybody, you know, if you want to lie about your age, you can. Yep. There you go, Craig. For real, I'm with all that. They ain't talked about the Pac stuff, but like I said, I think this is the beginning of. This is just the tip of the iceberg, really. If you ask me, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and we shall see, says the blind man. Again, y'all, we're finna put this all out on Front Street. It will be out on Front Street for that podcast, wherever you get pods, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Deezer, wherever you get pods, you check that out. I might just have to get the ball rolling, and then Jag will come in and do what she does best. She didn't have to say nothing. What's up, Golden Aries? What's up, Martha? Jag didn't have to say nothing throughout this whole trial, because what she already said was pretty much proven in this trial. It was proven, right? So, the question, what's next? Who's next? I got some ideas, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Let's get it, y'all. I'm up out of here. I appreciate y'all. And y'all please like before you get up out of here. Hit the share, hit the subscribe. And yeah. Right, she's been talking for 5 years. And the gremlin boy, he said, "Can we get notifications?" Yeah. I'll of course. You know, I'm gonna put it out there when we get the first episode going. I'm gonna put it out there. It'll be on this channel. I know Jag's gonna share it. You know, that's what we're gonna do. Oh my God, BGS is live. All right, I need to listen to the master teacher. I gotta go to class my damn self. All right, y'all. I'm up out of here.